so Gino Gem, let's go right into it, guys. When I'm looking at my charts here, guys, a lot of people ask me, how do you get those indicators on there? How do you get those arrows? And I'm going to show you how to do it. I've had a few people ask me, see these arrows? Now, they all mean something different to me. So I'll show you how to put them on there, how to interpret them, and really how they can help you. And I'll give you some homework. So these arrows, they're programmed into a lot of softwares, and a lot of softwares out there, you can put them in there. All they're doing is signaling what's going on. For example, on my RSI down here, you see my RSI? I've got a line on the 50. All it's telling me is, hey, it's above the 50. There's an arrow. Or hey, now it's down below. Of course you can see that. Yeah, I don't need this arrow right here to tell me, okay, the RSI just broke below the 50. I don't need it, but what it does is there's a nanosecond of thinking. Arrow down, I don't need, I'm kind of seeing that first, right? It kind of highlights it. And then when you come up here, you can see this one is an up arrow. This is just telling me, hey, the stock closed above the 20-day moving average. Now, I don't need these once again, but what it does is when I'm looking at my indicators, and it helps you kind of back test and kind of see, have they really helped you? And you can go back and do your homework and find out, have your indicators really helped you or not? Because when they line up, are they giving you a good signal, bad signal? And if you're brave enough to go through last year, check out the energy sector, which did the best in real estate. Did your indicators get you in on those big runs in time? And did your sell signals? So like here, I can say, okay, green arrow, green arrow, green arrow. And another green arrow here, green arrow here. See how they lined up? Yeah, this was a nice run for, let's say, Apple. Or was it a false signal? Like, okay, here's a red arrow. Here's a red arrow. Here's a red arrow. Now, see, that was easier to see that they're all lining up. Without arrows, it would be hard to go, okay, wait a minute, close below the 20 here. It take a lot longer to back test. It's a lot longer to see. So when I'm running through hundreds of charts, it's funny because students go, you still have arrows? Just to speed things up, yes. And you can even hide your indicators and have nothing but arrows. So let me just show you how it's done. It's real easy. I'm just going to pick a loadout here. I'm going to pick my loadout being MACD. Here's MACD. So this is what the MACD looks like without arrows down here, right? And here's my chart up here with the 20 and 10. Watch how easy this is. It's kind of tricky if you don't know exactly where to go, but I want to put arrows on what this software considers a buy signal, like when the MACD crosses up, when it crosses up, when it crosses up, and maybe when it crosses down. So all I do is I go in here, I hit my settings button, find my indicator, then I'm going to scroll right over here to that sprocket. Now here's the MACD. So I want to up signal. I want up signals down here. I want it to be today this color. And I want it to be real fat so you guys can see it. In fact, I'll make it even bigger. There we go. I got a 4, that's the size, arrow numerical. Now, when I hit OK, it's not going to pop up there because I have to give it the OK right here. That's the trick. To show breakout signals, you have to put this as yes. So a lot of times, all you have to do is just go in here to your indicator and click that. Now when I go OK, apply, there is my up arrow. There you can see it. It's right here. You can see it right there. Now it's actually putting it right here because this is where it crosses right there, right here. And you can back test it. You can say, okay, if I did this one, was this a good place? If I did this one, was this a good place? And I can add my second indicator. Watch how quick this is. 20-day moving average. That's my signal. You pick whatever one you want. I want breakout signals in my 20. My up signal, I'm going to make it the same color just so you guys can see it. Hit OK, apply, and there you go. They're lining up. And how did it do? Pretty good. Let me see, where they're lining up again. Almost lining up here. Pretty good. This one here, buy signal on the MACD, and finally got a buy on here, and there we go. So I can back test quickly, but look how quickly I can see where they are. And by the way, these are my sell signals in my red arrow here. You can also put, and I got the red arrow here, you can see your sell signals. But see, I can now go back and test whatever indicators I want, line them up. And by the way, if your indicators are not lining up, like this one is a buy, but it's not on the MACD. That's not a signal. That's why we use more than one indicator. They need to line up like these guys did here. These guys did here, right? See that? And you can kind of go through and back test. Maybe this year's a good time to do this, guys. Why? It's January 3rd, New Year's resolution. If you're going to blame any excuses why you didn't beat the market last year, maybe it's your indicators. Maybe that's a place to start. Maybe you need to start testing out and looking back at your buy signals, and more importantly, your sell signals. That's your homework. Throw them in there. If you have a great setup with your indicators, let me know and we'll do it on one of our shows. That's at Gino's Gem, guys, adding arrows to the charts.